Oh, and
excellent job.
of course, our sponsors, Justin TV,
Yeah.
coordinating with us, Sun Devil and Ed from Team Root, to get everything working, getting this tournament out to you guys in a really short fashion. I knew about this tournament last week, and then when Edward told me it's going to start next week, I was like, really?
There's been a lot of planning going on in this tournament. It's been
there you go.
in the works for quite some time. And, you know, Justin TV's been really good about the whole process. So you should check them out if you're looking into getting into streaming anytime soon. They've got really good tutorials on how to get started on their website in particular. And once you get it set up, you can just hit one button. You're good to go. But we can see that we are on Scrap Station TT1 as the yellow Protoss, or as you call it, the golden Protoss, at the 3 o'clock position. And his opponent, Drewbie, is going to be the blue Terran. Definitely a little bit blue after his loss in the last game at 12 o'clock. Interestingly enough, you know, continuing the bad manner just a little bit, you know, saying that he's just going to rape TT1 in this game. We'll see what he can do. Really quick bio pushes, breaking the rocks on this map can be really strong just because Marauders can break those rocks very quickly.
Right.
Since they do count as structures. So we'll have to see if Drewbie's just going to try and take him out early, or if he's just relying on the fact that TVP, TT1 might not have a whole lot of practice on this map.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be, and we were both shocked by the choice as well. Definitely an unorthodox choice. So Drewbie's got something up his sleeve. Maybe he's going to force those Banshees to work, as this is, again, very, very short air distance. So if he is going to try to maybe just bunker up a little more safer this time, maybe be more careful. He did really start to fall behind as the push from TT1 caught Drewbie's Marines at the front there really off guard. Not able to get a bunker down, missing a few points. So maybe Drewbie is going to try to get these Banshees to work again, or as you said, just switch it into a bio and just power home. So we'll see which way he goes, but really an unorthodox map choice as the second one was selected by Drewbie. I wonder what TT1's veto was. I guess it could have been anything. I'm 100% sure TT1 did not expect Scrap Station.
Yeah, and like you said, this is a much, much better map for Banshees just because there's so much room around the base. You can get those Banshees all the way out on the edge where they can't be shot, and there's all this room in the middle of the map. It's a really good map for flying air units, and then of course after he made Banshees, that might be a little expected, so Drewbie's going 2 racks, playing a little bit more normally. Might see that go up to 3 racks. We see a tech lab first, not the reactor, so it's not going to be super, super aggressive, but we might still see a pretty quick push here. TT1 going up to 3 gateways again, though. He's got that fancy rally point on the SCV there. You know, a lot of people forget that you can waypoint rally points, but it can be useful. But there's the reactor on the second rack, so Drewbie is going to be sticking to the 2. Could just be a normal 2 racks expand build with a bit of a macro game on Scrap Station, maybe playing into, like I was saying, the fact that maybe just TT1 doesn't have a whole lot of practice on this matchup for this map. So we'll have to see how this plays out.
TT1 doing the exact same build as last time. The early 3 gate. He does have the proxy pylon set up there outside the second natural of Drewbie in the middle part of the map. Warp gate research is being pretty heavily chrono boosted, so it's about there's another one following up. It's just as the other one completed, so it's about 3/4 complete. Gateways all producing units right now. I fully expect him to switch those to gates and take advantage of the second proxy pylon put down there.
Probe.
Yeah, probe did get into the base of Drewbie there. See that it's pretty standard. Ooh, pylon going down right at the mineral line there. Second one from TT1. So this is going to be a very, very big harass one as TT1's Warp Gate research just finishing the units rallying at the front of his base. Not pushing out yet. He needs to actually start getting in there as those pylons are being shut down and cancelled there. But reinforcements at the base of TT1. He's not able to push out again just yet, waiting for it. There it is. So he's got 2 pylons in very good position, able to warp in on the other side of those destructible debris there outside Drewbie's base, and be able to flank Drewbie, possibly without him knowing. Now that the command center is going down, it'll be a little bit easier for Drewbie to spot that, but definitely going to be very interesting as TT1 is looking across midfield here.
Yeah, and there's a scan by Drewbie. He's going to see the 3 gateways, and that's going to be deceptive. because 3 gateways usually is not this high pressure. It's usually just an expand build, but he will get caught by a lot of stalkers here. But Drewbie managed to sneak right up on top of him with those Marines and Marauders. If Stim was finished, that would have gone completely in the different direction, but you see Stim Pack only just finished, so Drewbie got blasted by all of those stalkers. Now there's Zealots being warped in to finish. Drewbie might get 2-0'd here as he's taking a ton of damage to his SCV line. Looks like he'll be able to hold off this wave, but the next wave is the big question. Here comes only 2 more stalkers.
TTOne falling behind in gas, actually. He's been only on one gas there, I noticed, so he's not able to keep up his stalker numbers as his stalkers are well surrounded by Drewbie there. So TTOne going to have to keep reinforcing. A few more Zealots getting up there to the high ground. Good harassment on the Marauders, though. Marauders being taken out very quickly as soon as they pop out, so still able to keep the pressure on.
Still no expansion from TT1, so even if Drewbie can take a lot of damage... Oh, he GG's! Drewbie, you know, if you look back into TT1's base, he did not have a ton more resources.
Nope.
He was starting to hold that off. If he stayed in that a little bit longer, he might have been able to win, but he assumed with the 3-gate that there was a Nexus, like I was talking about. So TT1 does manage to 2-0 Drewbie, and Drewbie takes a bit of a parting shot in chat. And the next game we're going to be watching is Minigun and Slush, I believe, which,
yes.
Oh my god. That should be a good game.
VZ, absolutely. Yeah, so Drewbie 2-0. I don't think anybody expected that. Look at the scores even. A 400 score difference. It wasn't that far off.
No, and Drewbie was definitely still in that. If he watches the replay, he might be a little bit mad, kicking himself, because if he could just hold on for a little bit longer with the second command center, he would have been able to regenerate his SCV losses, get back in that, get some more barracks up, and really fight for it. But, you know, the lack of scouting, he did not know that TT1 didn't expand. And in that situation, you expect that your opponent has an expansion, and he just didn't. So,